I was called to a 50-year-old female who had overdosed on prescription medication while she was in the shower. On arrival, she was exposed in the bathroom, family and friends all around the house screaming and crying, and neighbours packing the streets trying to see what was going on. On scene, we were backed up by an ICP, and a single officer was there before we were. When we entered the house, she had a collar on, we did our vital signs, she was found to be totally GCS3 and did not respond to anything that we did. On scene, I was able to prepare for cannulation, draw up some drugs, get some stuff ready for the patient, but it wasn't until extrication that things really got difficult. Trying to get the patient down the stairs, there was a very tight, narrow hallway, and we had to use the stair chair with an unconscious patient, which was just a nightmare. But once we got her into the back of the truck, I was able to use my scope of practice to treat the patient from the head. So with the collar already on, I was able to insert an OP airway, I was able to give oxygen, and I was able to manage the C-spine for the drive to hospital. In regards to my scope of practice, I was quite pleased with my insertion of the OP, even though after a small amount of time the patient began to gurgle and kind of snore with the OP in. I was able to remove it, suction, put it back in, but the problem kept presenting itself. According to Draven Parapat's 1999 report, The Cuffed OP Airway, my decision to insert an OP airway was suitable for the situation, and I believe that I inserted it correctly. I would, however, if I had the chance, possibly think about resizing the airway, as the snore or gargle could have been due to an airway that was too big. After talking to my mentor, I was happy with my performance on the case, and she informed me that the gargle can come from a variety of things, including the collar placement, the head placement, the patient's palate. All kinds of things could have contributed to it, and it wasn't just my fault. I think one thing that shocked me about the case was how everyone acted when we walked in with an ICP and ACPs and single officers. Everyone just remained calm, and everyone knew what each other wanted to do, and it was a calm, easy process while we were treating the patient on scene. I think it wasn't any different than if we'd gone to someone who had vomiting and diarrhea who was conscious GCS 15, which was impressive to see. Seeing that level of calm and focus on a chaotic scene with neighbours and families screaming was really impressive. In retrospect, if I'd had the chance to do it again, I would have resized the airway, but I'm happy with my performance on the job. And as far as I'm concerned, my management of the airway at the head was good for my scope of practice. When compared to doing it at uni, when the mannequin's head is just perfect for taking that OP, it's a hard plastic, the OP just slides straight in, and the mannequin's not breathing anyway, so you don't get to hear any of that. While on a real patient, the sounds, the weight of the head, the locked jaw, it was all just brand new to me. It was also quite shocking seeing a patient that was truly GCS3 and just would not respond to anything. I gave her a sternum rub and I did it hard, and she laid there the whole time, which really shocked me. I think I performed well under my own scope of duty. I did my job correctly. My mentor said that she was proud of what I'd done on scene and in the back of the truck. I think that the level of focus that they have when they walk into a scene is something that I've just got to pick up through practice, because as that was what my first real big job, I was quite shaken when I first walked into the scene to see crying family members and neighbours everywhere and people screaming and yelling. It was more chaos than I've experienced at my young age. Being only 20 years old, I think I managed the scene well, and after doing relevant reading and talking to my mentor and my OIC, I'm proud of my performance, and I think I'm quite happy here. So Thanks.